wanna check Mr. Direct Hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And some room to work. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They do not score.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check the backer. 26.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
54, going to 54, line. Under. Motion. Hey, kill. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A big play there from McCaffrey. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the Colts 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Defense wins championships, baby. Let's find 7.
Wentz going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Safe. Check 13.
Now Prescott rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wentz. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Play action now. Prescott. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So a nice chunk play running the football followed by that, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, maybe so, but they don't seem to be that concerned about it because when you got a big-time runner, you will trade a few of those for those big chunk explosive runs that he provides. Those add up over time, don't they?
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Switch.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Check three.
He'll pitch it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Switch it. Hey, switch gears. Go. Get out there.
They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
It's taken to the 26. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
We're going to 54.
They run the draw play with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming.
McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
31's the mic. Got one.
Great 57.
31's the mic.
Great.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make it.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
Go. 20. Great 15.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
26 yards. That's another Detroit first down.
Great 15.
16-yard line.
81. Hey. High 7.
31's the mic.
Here we go.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
No. Off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gotta do better.
Here we go, 47.
Come on. Kill.
Under 10. 10.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
26.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
We're going to 53.
Back. Out.
My 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, kill. 27. Rush in. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go. Let's do this.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80. Watch twist. Kill. Watch the twist. 26.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Looking to run with Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
We got this.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Watch twist. Joker.
A first down throw for Prescott. Ebron caught left side. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Shift, watch the shift. Deuce, 26. Prescott
now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And the blitz does come. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Indianapolis.
Safety creek. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz flushed out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Wentz to throw again. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey. Slam.
Check 50, check 50.
Throwing. Prescott looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run with McCaffrey, spinning away. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40, the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian McCaffrey, 51 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Dances by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Prescott. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
All day, every day.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Here we go.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the... So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing is Wentz.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Prescott from the gun. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Prescott. The quick slant caught. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian McCaffrey, 32 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
50, Colts 33.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you